Hello and welcome to Jessie Bear Book Club. Today we are discussing how the boys and Gen V stole a lot of inspiration from the Wildcard series. Okay, so both universes have superheroes, but it's about more than that. I want to preface this video by saying that this is based on the boys' TV show, not the comics. And yes, the Wildcard virus does create hideously malformed jokers, and the boys' TV show doesn't really have that, even though the comics do. But that is not the talking point of today. The talking point is how the boys' TV show stole inspiration from the Wildcard series. The first Wildcards book was published in 1987, and the boys' comics first came out in 2006. I have 9 points I'm going to make, so fasten your seatbelts. Superheroes in government is a big topic in both series, and how superheroes in government is a very bad idea for the normal people in society, or NATs, or non-soups. Both series also have secret superheroes with dangerous powers aiming to be elected President of the United States. The boys have Victoria Neuman, the head popper, and the Wildcards series has Greg Hartman, aka Puppet Man. Even their last names sound the same. Victoria Neuman is of course a play on Victorious Neuman, much in the way that Greg Hartman is a play on Hartman, which is a reference to his powers of being able to manipulate people's emotions. This is a classic comic trope and wordplay, but it is still a coincidence I wanted to point out. Both these political figures are then exposed as having superhero powers, publicly with dire consequences to follow. Point number 2. Let's talk about Gen V. In Gen V, we have Kate, who is played by Maddie Phillips, who possesses compelling telepathic abilities, allowing her to continually hear the thoughts of other people within a close radius of herself. As a result, she must concentrate intensely to block out all the voices around her for any brief moment. Doesn't that sound incredibly Takesian? Additionally, through a simultaneous combination of contact and verbal guidance, Kate can assert authority and influence over the person she is touching, which she refers to as pushing. And doesn't that remind you of somebody in Wildcards, one of our main villains, Blaze, the teen, quarter Takesian, who believes he is superior to all, a little bit like Kate at the end of season 1 of Gen V? Kate even looks a little bit Takesian, if you ask me. Point number 3. Then we have a targeted virus that only kills superheroes. We have Billy Butcher wanting to spread that virus in the boys' universe, whereas the Wildcard universe, there is a created virus that kills anybody with the Wildcard gene created by the card sharks. So, both universes have gangs that want to eliminate the superheroes. We have the boys and the card sharks. And both universes have a targeted virus. A targeted virus is a science fiction staple, but not something you see in TV very much anymore. And a targeted virus being created and harnessed and then spread by a secret organization? This is a big similarity that shouldn't be overlooked. Point number 4. We get to superheroes using social media platforms, but particularly I want to talk about the reality show in both series called American Hero. Yes, 2 different series, 1 reality show with the same name and the same premise. This show, American Hero, is where superhero contestants compete to prove their worth and how powerful they are in the hopes of joining the superhero elite. The same show, the same name, 2 different series. If that wasn't cherry-picked, I don't know what was. Point number 5. In both universes, superheroes are involved in Hollywood, and in both universes, these superheroes use their powers to cut down the budget when it comes to special effects. We have all the Vought 7 movies, and all I need to mention is Golden Boy and Tarzan. If you know, you know. Point number 6. Both universes have terrible luck using superheroes in the military with disastrous consequences. In 1960s South America, trying to stop communist rebellions. I know superheroes in the military stems from Captain America originally, but both these series having South America rebellion plotlines seems a little bit too similar. American interference using superheroes that goes drastically wrong. These disasters leading to the superhero groups in question being dissolved. Remarkably similar plotlines, don't you think? Point number 7. Both series have children inheriting their parents' powers, but in both series this seems to be very rare. Homelander is originally told he can't have children, then you find out he is Soldier Boy's son and he is Ryan's father, so genes can be passed on. In the wildcard universe, it is incredibly difficult for anybody with the wildcard DNA to have a child, especially if both parents carry the gene, but it does happen on rare occasions. Point number 8. Both series have characters called Golden Boy, who are nearly invincible and shine bright gold. Isn't that just ridiculously similar? Point number 9. Both series are uber-sexual, with lots of graphic detail. I'm not complaining, I'm just pointing it out. I reached out to a few of the Wildcard's authors, and some of them got back to me about the similarities between these two series. Kevin Andrew Murphy, one of the Wildcard's authors, said that apart from being irritated about the boys using the name Golden Boy and American Hero, he thought the rest of the similarities I had discovered were just sci-fi tropes that a lot of books and comics use. However, I see copycat behavior. I also reached out to Melinda M. Snodgrass, and she was incredibly annoyed with the American Hero reality show being lifted. She said, though, that she has found that a lot of their wildcards ideas have been stolen in other TV shows, and mentioned Heroes, something I remember watching many years ago, but can't recall any details of. But what do you think? Leave me a comment below. I definitely see parallels, and I wouldn't be surprised if the boys' TV show writers had read some of the wildcard books and decided to nitpick details. Not enough that it's obvious, but enough to make their story more interesting. If you liked this video and think I make any good points, please hit that like button and subscribe, because I have a full playlist of wildcard reviews. I also have comparison videos between Wildcard's characters and A Song of Ice and Fire characters. You can also follow me on Instagram at Lady Jessica Riddell. Until next time, don't let your card turn. Bye!